Howdy, welcome back to the channel. Do you want to know how to look for fire obsidian? Well, today's your lucky day because we're going to go through a bunch of obsidian that I bought fairly recently at a local rock shop. The first bunch I got several weeks ago, meant to do a video on it and I just never got around to it. And then I stopped at the shop again fairly recently and I had no intentions of buying any rock until he said that someone found some fire out in the pile, and then I just couldn't help myself. So we're going to go through all the different obsidians that I bought and see what we came out with and go from there. So come along. Alrighty, I went ahead and filled up a container with water, and then I put about half the stones in there. I like to use this process because the water actually helps disperse the light into the stone to better help see what's in the stone, at least potentially what's in there. For example, here I have different light sources. Let's see what's in this layer here. So I put in the water, and I just gotta maneuver it around a bit until I can see anything. And as you can see, there's a little shimmer on that layer, but there isn't really enough color. So that's more of really a silver sheen than anything. But we do have a lot of this red ribbon lace up here, which is pretty stuff. So there's that one. Let's see here. What we got here. So we do have some slight layers right there. That's kind of low grade fire. Some would probably argue, oh, that's gold sheen. It's not. So these magnetite layers can actually vary in color and in patterns. This is super low grade. And just, you can tell by the different, let's see if we can pick it up here. But you have a lot of different striations in that layer. Yeah, it's not going to pick it up very well. Let's see if I can zoom in at least. Oh, that's a little better. Here we go. But you have a lot of patterns. You can get some color there. Sorry, all the squeaking. Back door's open. But that is a low-grade fire layer. And nothing really on the back side there. Let's see what this piece has to offer. Just a bunch of silver layers. Nothing too fancy. So this layer down here in the center, there is some coloring down there. Oh, actually the camera picks up than the naked eye. So yeah, that's actually a decent layer. But the thing is, it might look good right here, but you don't know until you actually grind down to that layer to actually expose that color. But it looks like I might have some purples and some greens. I might set that aside, maybe. Maybe I can actually get something out of that. Maybe. Not guaranteed, though. Actually, this piece looks like it came from the other one. Oh, it did. It broke. I wonder if it broke during your trip. No. No, that's an old break. So the issue that the rock shop is having, I got these from, people are actually going to the pile and they're breaking stuff at the pile. You can't do that. So chances are someone broke this open. They didn't see any large colors. I'm going to shut that door. So they probably didn't see any like high quality colors in there. And they probably broke it open and just left it. And I probably found the pieces pretty close to each other. Because all the pieces that I find, I don't break them open on site. I just use the spray bottle and a flashlight to find the colors. But it does take only one person to ruin it for everyone else. Let's see here. So yeah, there's a little color there, just like on the other side. Yeah, this isn't fire. This is just more like I say this more borealis obsidian. No, it's rainbow. Yeah. I thought it was pretty. It's a nice palm piece. It'll be nice just to polish that up. Let's see what we got here. So we got more of that red ribbon, obsidian. I just don't have a lot of it, so I found a few pieces out in the pile and I figured go ahead and buy some. You got some low grade fire here on the surface. It's low grade for a lot of reasons. One, the flash isn't super bright, but there's a lot of these little ash pockets here in the material. I could probably make it work if I were to polish this up. What door is open now? Anyways, that piece isn't too high quality. Again, we got some more red ribbon obsidian. It does kind of have a little sheen to it, which is kind of neat. Let's see what we got here. So we do have a little bit of color. Here my finger's at right there. It's a little flash. So if I were to grind down this top there to get to it, it can be either a really great piece or a really dull piece. See, there's a little flash where my pinky's at. See a little color. That's actually a really minute, really small band that probably doesn't extend out any much further than where it's at. So we got some nice flash there in the top. It's a really small layer. But I could probably still do something with that. See what we got here. Ooh. Yeah, a little color, a little flash. It's not super high grade, at least not the top or the bottom. There's a lot of ash pockets in the material itself. Got a little spider there. Sorry, spider. Actually, yeah. It's not a dead spider. I should clarify that. Looks like a spider case or skin mold. Yeah, mold. Yeah, more red ribbon lace obsidian. Again, pretty stuff, but no fire. So this is like more of a gold sheen than a really mahogany, just because of the iridescence. But it looks like down here in the bottom there's a layer, but does that layer have fire? That is the big question. Yes, it does. It has a very minute shimmer to it. It's not a very bright one. At least not on that side anyway. What's on this other side? So we have some low quality layers there in the bottom. Where are my pinkies at? Super low quality. Oh, yeah, that little layer right at the very bottom. There's some flash in there, but again, it looks like it goes on all the way down here, but does. Oh, see, this is where it gets really difficult. You have to really maneuver the light. Even That one might have a good layer. Ah, see, that's the thing with this kind of variety of obsidian. You see this layer? So this is the layer I'm looking at right here, where my thumb's at. That's the layer. Come around, and it just stops right there. Doesn't go any further down. So I could theoretically try to work that, and it probably is about a triangle shape, because it doesn't go much further past here either. So it might be like a triangle shaped layer down there, which would require a bit of grinding to really get to that layer. Because that's the thing about the fire obsidian. One could cut it to try to get to that layer, depending on how much excess material there is. The other option is just to chuck it up on the saw and do some cutting, which I think a couple of these pieces I picked out just for that purpose. Not for this video, but for a future video. Do it later. So this one has a little bit of more of a gold sheen, really. There is some low grade. Let's see if we can adjust this. Like, it's all purpose of having that was so I can do this. All right. Okay. That didn't work like I wanted it to. Okay. That's a little. It's not any better, really. We're having technical difficulties. There we go. That's a little better. Alright, so we have. Do I have like a pen I can use? Alright, where was I? So here, we have a layer right there. Goes all the way across. But look, in order to get to that layer, we have to grind down this top layer. And look how much wiggle room there isn't to really grind down to expose that layer. There's no room for error. If someone were to grind that out, they could theoretically go through the underside to really get to those layers. But it looks like there's actually a couple. There's 2 layers, it looks like. Possibly 3. And again, these layers are super thin. But as I'm playing around with the light, there's actually another potential layer down here on the bottom. But then maybe another one down there. And another one down there, looks like. So it all boils down to messing around with the lights and kind of see what you can find. Sometimes it's easier said than done. And who knows? There could even be more layers in there, because look how many layers are in this piece. Who's to say there's not a few layers more that I can't see in there? So this one, can you see it? Can you see the fire? That one you can almost see without the water. Right there. That's the layer. But here's the thing though. There's multiple layers. This is kind of one of those pieces where it'd almost be worth it just to do like a dome. And just capture every single one of those layers, because it requires too much work to try to get to that one singular layer. I mean, I might be able to. Maybe I will. I have so many pieces that I can work on here. Like, realistically, like this entire bucket will last me a long time. All right, what we got here? A few of these I just got just because they're more specimens than anything. So yeah, super low quality on the surface. Nothing too flashy. Why did I pick this one up? Yeah, it's process. I think I got... Sometimes I'll just buy a piece so I can explore more on it later. Yeah, this one I can't tell for sure. Yeah, I can't tell on this one. Oh. Yeah, it's just... Okay, so yeah, the layer's right here. It's not super strong. I think I just saw the color and it threw my bag. The hint of color. Oh, I can't even sit in that chair. Oh, whatever. Okay. Next piece here. So the downside about this process, the water, when the water gets dirty, then like it gets a little bit harder to really record the process here. But this is how I find the fire. This one's more sheened, but there is some, again, some more low quality magnetite layers or fire layers right here. But it's not top notch where I'd, you know, be wanting to work on this right away. See here, this one. Yeah, nothing too fancy. Just I saw some slight, kind of looks like bluish color, bluish teal color right there where my thumb's at. Oh, why am I not zoomed in? There we go. Yeah, a little color right there. But it's not a huge flashy piece. Yeah, I saw the color. Threw in my bucket. See here, this piece is kind of... Oh, that's red ribbon lace. That was easy. Okay, I got this one here. That's more the ribbon, red ribbon, or orange ribbon. It's ribbon. Hold on. That's interesting. I don't know if you can see it or not. Okay, I want you to focus. See here, right here. Right where that's at. Actually, let's see if we can zoom in anymore. Can I zoom in? Okay, maybe we can a little bit. You see that color? It's like red and green. That is very interesting. I don't think I've seen that before. That is like a red ribbon lace fire layer. That's very unique. I might have to sit this one aside. Yep. See, I'm glad I'm going over this with everyone because I wouldn't have caught that before. That's cool. Yeah, so let's see here. This one here is more red ribbon obsidian with some silver sheen, looks like. Nothing too crazy in that one. Okay. More red ribbon. Can't stop thinking about the other piece now. Let's see what it beholds. Now there is actually a piece of fire obsidian I've already worked out of this entire container. That'll be a future video, but But yeah, I thought that was pretty neat. Worked on it right away and turned out really nice. Alright, so we do have a little bit of a color play. A dead beetle, get out of the way, thank you. We have it right there. So you can zoom in a little bit. You should see that little reddish orange flash right there. So see here how. So it looks like this particular obsidian, the layers are very not uniform at all. They're kind of going all over the place. And that's what, again, one of the downsides about this type of variety of obsidian is that these layers are very, they do what they want. they're all over the place, which makes it really tricky when you're trying to work a piece and then have it be like, oh, I'm going to go this way now. Makes you really frustrating, but you know, it is what it is. Looks like we do have some other potential layers down there in the bottom. See that flash? And yeah, it kind of does its own thing. Alright, we have this piece right here. Well, a little flash. Nothing too crazy. So it's kind of a little more low grade. Even down the corner, no flash down there. It's considered low grade. And plus the material itself is, you know, it has all the ash pocket in there. So, low grade material. Take a break, come right back. Alright, I had to step away for dinner, but I'm back. So, we're kind of going to continue on with what we were doing. So with this one here, we do have a layer here at the top. You should be able to see that little flash. There's a couple different flashes going on. Go ahead and zoom in a little bit. And then you have this little pocket layer here on the top, and then we have a secondary layer down here in the bottom. I gotta angle it just right so you can see the color. There it is. Nice little flash. It's not too bad. It's not super vibrant though. And it does continue up here in the, like this little pocket. It's kind of a top view of this layer, and it's not super vibrant, I don't think. It's interesting though. Yeah, it's not super bright. Let's look at the back side here, because there's a lot of layers in this piece. Kind of see all those different layers. A lot of layers. Hold up. I'm looking at the bottom here. I thought I saw a little flash of something. Right? Did I? Well, flip it over. Submerge it some more. I should change up the water. That's okay. So we are getting some colors. My finger's at right here. There is some slight color play right there. Little flash. Whoa. Look down there. You see that? Maybe I should turn off this light here. I only have one source of light. Maybe that might help a little bit. Look at that. Little flash. Nice little color flash right there. So let's see how big that. Ooh, that's actually a fairly decent size band that looks to actually stretch all the way around this piece. So we have this layer right here. Goes like there. I wonder why I couldn't see it there though, because that's the same layer. It's really hard because you really gotta maneuver the piece, and if it's at the wrong angle, you can't really see much. But it is a fair size layer. It's just a matter of, can I get to it? So I'm gonna set this one aside to. Oh, I missed it the first time around because like I said, I went through this batch once already, and I didn't set that on the side. All right, next piece, pretty good sized chunk. So this one's got a lot of like more gold sheens to it. Oh, well, no, there's some fire layers in there too. Very subtle. Not too flashy. I'd almost call it like a low grade fire layer. So this have some coloring, but it's just not super top-notch material. And I don't know if you can see or not. So, oh yeah, it's not gonna give me a nice flash. So, wish I had a way to put it. That's fine. That's okay. So, this layer right here. So if you angle it just right in the light, you can actually see like there's like a shadow band going along this line right here. And then this little section of the magnetite layer happens to be visible. That's why this stuff's so hard to work, because you can have like you can think you have like a large band of fire, and all of a sudden it stops. It's very unique, weird material. So, yeah, other than that, nothing too crazy on this piece. Wait, hang on. Let me take this to the sander really quick. I'm going to grind down this and get a better peek. 1 second. That's why I like doing this at home sometimes, because I can just take it to the machine to like grind away a surface to get a better peek. Because sometimes that's just what you got to do. Alright, see if we can get a better look in this corner here. Oh, no, it played me. It played me like a fiddle. No, it's just... That's more silver sheen, I think. Darn. I was really hoping that piece had some nice fire in there. Okay, let's look at this one here. So without the flashlight, I can see a little bit of color already. Maybe you can too. See a little shimmer right there? That's a nice fire layer. It's always a good sign we can see the color without much need of a flashlight. So we do have a little bit of color going on there. However, it's not a super high quality piece. There's also a lot of banding above it, so they make it really hard to work. See here, how far does that layer go? Yeah, it looks like it has a potential going all the way through it, all the way around. But the question is, how much is there? So yeah, it's a little fire right there. And then check out the other side. Yeah. Wherever there is layering and obsidian, you want to check out both sides the best you can. Now, again, when you're at a rock shop, don't go breaking rocks there on site before you pay for them. Pay for them first, and then you can break all the rocks to your heart's content at home, because you don't want to make the rock shop owner angry and then ruin the chance of purchasing this material for everyone else. Or for yourself, for that matter. Because I'm sure if they see you breaking rocks, they're going to charge you, not only charge you for the material, but charge you way more than what is actually advertised, because it's rude. So I don't see any other good layers for this one. There's a potential shimmer right there, right here, but it's not high quality material. It's a very small layer. Okay, got 2 big pieces left here. I think this is one of the ones I grabbed because I couldn't see any Okay, that's just okay. I'll get to that in a second. But I grabbed this piece because I didn't see any colors per se. But I did see a bunch of layering throughout the piece, well, at least a little bit. So you have some layers here towards the top, and then I think there's a few towards the bottom too. Here. One of my longest videos in a long time. I want to take you guys through the process of looking through the obsidian. So I think I grabbed this piece because it has like different layerings. So yeah, it has some layers up here, and then it has a few layers down here. Why did I grab this piece? See, that part's gonna bug me a little bit. It's like, Kyle, what were you thinking? So sometimes, I don't know if the camera's gonna pick this up or not. Oh my gosh. There we go. See the coloring right there? That is not fire. That is an internal fracture refracting the light back. And I've come across a few people in my day where like, oh, I got some fire obsidian, and you look at it, it's like, I'm sorry, but that is actual internal conchoidal fracturing. It's not fire. But they're so intent on it being fire that they wouldn't listen. Yeah, that's conchoidal fracturing. Shame. That would have been a very vibrant piece if that was fire. Dang. Okay. So, going back to why did I grab this piece? Was I going to cut it or what? Actually, hold on. I was kind of double. I was questioning myself there for a second, like, is that conchoidal fracturing? Because yeah, it's nothing. All right. I think this is one of the pieces I grabbed because I wanted to cut. Because again, let's see if you can zoom out a little bit so you can see this a little bit better. So, see all those layers? That's a lot of potential of, is there fire or is there not fire? Because there's been a few pieces from, maybe it's from a certain pit or a certain area at Glass Peak where there's a lot of this mahogany material, and then just on the other side of it would be a really nice fire layer. Maybe that's why I grabbed this piece, because I've been seeing a lot of that similar material out there, and then there's a lot of nice banding going on. Excuse me. But immediately off the bat, I don't see any colors. But I am curious of some layering in here, and like there is some signs that it could be, because you have like a shadow layer down here where it's just like a shadow layer, and then like there's a small little bit, and then it like disappears again. So there could be some fire here in the center somewhere. I haven't really had the opportunity to check this up on the saw just yet. Actually, you know? Yeah, no, I'll wait. We'll wait to check this up on the saw. And go from there. So that does it for the crate. We still have a lot of obsidian here in this pail next to me, but I'm going to empty out this water, get some clean water in here, and then we're going to start right back up. All right, we got nice clean water. We have the next batch of obsidian in here to go through. I did sort these once before, but I kind of forgot what was already in there, so it'll be a re-exploration of obsidian. Go ahead and start off. I'll go and do this one here at the bottom. That's kind of... This one I grabbed because it's a good example. So you would think that's probably, oh, that's a silver sheen. No, that is fire obsidian. Fire obsidian can range in a multitude of colors, including a lack of color. So it can look like a piece of like silver. So I think I kept that for kind of more display purposes only. Because I didn't see anything else in this piece when I grabbed it. No, maybe I did. Yeah, I did. Okay. Again, we have right here, it's like aged silver. So it's like a colorless fire. So there's that one. Put these back in the bucket. See what we got in this one. Might have some color there. Question is, how much color? That's a nice bright layer. Now the thing with this layer though, it dips down. So I have to take that into consideration, because that can require more work. Is there anything below it? Because that's another thing too. You can have a really cool piece of obsidian, and then you can have like a really colorful layer, or maybe like a low quality layer up here, but then you get a hint, just a hint of something like maybe just down below. And you have to make the decision. Do I grind past that top layer to get to the bottom layer? Or do I just basically work with what I have? In this instance, I don't see a color down below there. So I'll just try to maybe grind away at the top and then work with what's already there. Let's see here. Ooh, look at that. That's colorful. Nice bright colors. Well, not really colors, I would say. It's kind of like a silvery. But why was this in the bucket? I have to ask myself that quite a bit. Probably just because of the top layer there. Okay. Let's go with this piece right here. What do we got? We might have some color down here where my pinky's at. A little flash of color. Flip it over maybe. Ah, okay. I don't know if you guys caught it first, but look at that. Look at that. Look at those colors. Oh, I guess I did not need the flashlight for that one. But look at that color. That is beautiful. So I think with a piece like this, I'll probably just like very carefully grind down the top to get to these layers right here, and then just kind of dome it and try to keep as much of that as possible. And even with some of these silver layers, just kind of keep that with it, because that is a beautiful piece. And it's not a huge layer too, because it's a weird shape. So if I were to even just kind of cut it right there, and then kind of give it like an eye pattern, I guess, That'd be a very beautiful stone. Very beautiful stone. Let me know what you think. Really cool piece. Let's see what else we got here. Ooh. Right there. I'm sure you can see it, but got a layer right here. Now, the question is, how far does that layer go? Because that's always the deciding factor of, does it remain at the bottom of the list of stuff to work on, or does it get boosted to the top? So it looks like there's another part of that same layer right here on the other side. So we have to follow the layer. Looks like it comes up this way. Take it to the sander really quick, be right back. Let's see if we can see that layer still. Because it should be, see, we're gonna find it again. It's right here. It should be coming to right about here at the end. And nothing. So that's, oh, hold up. Do you see that? Right there, where my pinky's at. Where's that layer at? I'll be back. Actually, no. We're gonna take you with me on this journey. So we have this piece right here. We just ground down this little corner to look inside of it. We should have seen that fire layer right here on the top, but we discovered another layer down here. It looks like it goes down this way towards the bottom here. So we're going to go ahead and we're going to expose another window to kind of take a gander to see what we can see and hope for the best. But I guess before I start, I am using the hard diamond wheels for this one. I'm using the 220 grit hard diamond wheel. This is the Diamond Pacific Galaxy wheel here on the Genie. I did not buy these particular wheels. They came with the machine when I bought it, so. Gotta find a good spot. Trying to track that layer. Right there we go. Right here at the end. Okay. Get you back on the tripod here. Oh gosh. And let's see what we uncovered. I have not looked yet. You are all on this journey with me. I almost hit the stop button on accident. Alright, let's look at without the flashlight. See if the regular, oh, yeah, okay. Ooh, hot. We have a lot going on in the stone that I realized. So we have a layer down here. Is it the same layer as that one? I think it might be. So it looks like it's a pretty broken up layer. It's not a solid layer through and through. Then you go over to this side. You got a little color going on here. I think if I were to work this stone fully, I think what I would do is kind of work with the shape of the stone and just dome the entire thing. and just expose all the layers. But look at that color. That is something else. And it goes all the way through. I can see a little bit wrap around on this side here. So that's where, actually, hang on. Let's look at the other side here. I don't see any colors on this side. So I think what I would do with this piece here, since we have kind of a layer here on the top and we have a layer in the right here in the bottom, I would actually take the saw and cut it just on the other side of this layer that I just now exposed, and that way I can have a two-sided piece. Because I don't like waste, I would like to kind of keep the stone as big as possible to expose as much of that color as possible. And even if this top layer is not a full layer, I would still like to use it as a good example of what fire layer does, the fire obsidian does, because it's not always a constant color bar. But this is actually a really good piece. Really good piece. I kind of want to set it aside so I don't forget about it. Okay. The water's already dirty. That's okay, though. Let's go ahead and do this piece here in the corner. Right off the bat, look at that. Look at that color. I don't really need the pointer, but look at that. Greens, yellows, oranges, greenish. And then we have, ooh, look at that. Wow. Okay, so this piece has a lot going on. We have a nice fire layer here, and it looks like it actually extends all the way to this other side here on this other, under the cap basically, and follow it, follow it, follow it. So this one will be good to just grind down the top cap here to expose this layer. And then I would actually just kind of polish this. Oh, hold on. That makes it hard. I was going to say this to polish this face piece, that we can kind of get this top layer, get this really cool like galaxy looking silver sheen, and then you have this really beautiful fire layer down here, and have like a really interesting looking specimen piece. But it is not a uniform break. So I think what I would probably do is kind of see how much of that layer goes back in here, and I'd have to take this to a machine just to get rid of this rind and follow that layer and see how far back it goes. If it doesn't go back very far, then what I might do is, let's say if it's just here, this corner piece, I'll just cut this piece out and then polish this as is. Now we can still utilize as much of this stone as possible, because it's a very, very beautiful piece. I mean, look at that. That is a bright color. Oh, I should set this one side aside too. They're all good. They're also good. Alright, we got another big piece here. Don't really need the flashlight for you guys to see that, but look at that. We have a lot going on in this piece too. We have a nice colorful layer down here. We have kind of low quality fire mixed in with the gold sheen. It's hard to know just how much of a layer that is. I think it's not really worth trying to extract that out, because it's a very small layer. Let's look at the back side. The back side does not have anything. I think I remember this piece. So I picked this piece because I thought, again, it'd be a really good example to see the different types of fire in the gold sheen, basically. So that's more of really a display piece than anything. I have to change out the water again. Gets dirty quick. So we have a little bit of mahogany obsidian. It kind of looks like that red ribbon laced obsidian. But I don't see any. I mean, there's like a really small hint of color play, but not enough to make me stop what I'm doing and be like, ooh. And I don't see any other colors going on. Well, why did I have that in the bucket? The special bucket. I wonder if this is the other one that I was gonna put in the saw to see if I can find. Hold on. Here's a hint of color, but it's not enough. We have some more silver sheen. We have hints of fire there in the top. See if I can get it with the regular light. Ooh, oh, hello. Hello. Ah. Look at that. Look at that. So, that one would be another one of those where it's be really hard to really extract it, because this gold sheen layer is just above this fire layer, and I can't come back from the underside because it is protected by all the silver sheen. But I can't say I won't try though at some point to try to get that exposed, just because that is a nice, bright, flashy, super flashy layer. And nothing on the other side. Got another kind of mahogany type specimen. Oh, I saw something. There's a hint of color there. Right there. Let's see if we can get that to shine a little bit better. Well, there's a few layers, looks like. So we have the top. Let me go change this water. Nice clean water. Alright, now we get back to work. Get that one back in there. Get this one back in here. I think we were looking at this one before. Yeah, okay. That's a little better. So yeah, we got a little bit of color there at the top. Again, nothing too crazy. If it was a bright layer, we would see it a lot more better. Maybe just needs to be cleaned up, because we got a little layer down there at the bottom. We also have a layer up here at top. Let's see if we adjust the light here too. It's all about angles. There. Right here. So it's not a high quality layer, but something could be done with it for sure. Double check it, and there's some down here. We have some other layers too. That's some nice flash to it. But again, these layers are very irregular. See, they're kind of all over the place. That'd be very difficult to work. I mean, look at this. This top layer. And it is fairly straight, but then you have all this stuff kind of right above it. And there's also a lot of ash pockets in this material too. So it wouldn't be very guaranteed for the, you know, top-notch specimen. The cleaner, the better. Okay, what do we got here? You have a little hint of a shimmer right here. Is it green? That looks green to me. And how far does that layer go? Looks like it has the potential of going all the way across, which would be good. You like that? Now we have to use a secondary light to kind of get a better idea of, oh yeah, look at that. Look at that green. Nice. Nice. And we got a little hint. Right here. A little hint of color. So, that one has potential. Now we could, see here. This one actually could even have potentially more layers in there. Look at all these layers. That's a lot of potential right there. Not gonna lie, this video is a good workout for my legs. Been standing up almost the entire time. Standing up and bending over. I'll feel it later for sure. This one's not gonna be the cleanest water either. There was some water in the bucket when I dumped it out, and it was underneath the area where we were watering some plants. So don't be surprised if you see some bugs floating in there. Alright. This means that these are getting washed well tonight, right? Alright, so we got this piece right here. Go ahead and zoom in a little bit. You already see some color right down here. Material itself, it's, you know, got a lot of ash pockets, so it's not high quality. But the layer, it's got some good coloring to it. It's got some really good coloring to it, actually. That one actually might be, see, let's try to follow the layer. The layer does seem to go all the way back. So it's a good potential for a good project. Yeah, that's a good one. That's a really good one. Let's see here. This one's low quality, maybe? No. I thought I saw something. See if we can get it. Oh, okay, yeah, there it is. Okay. Of course, you don't want to shine for me. Show our friends what you're made of. Just saw it too. I just saw the flash. You can see the flash now. It's got like a slight hint of green, but it's not super high, top-notch stuff. Now, if I were to maybe like dome this piece and get it polished, maybe the layer will actually be more bright and vivid. But that's hard to know for sure. But if we look down below, we have a bunch of other layers. A lot of potential. Now, since these layers are very close to one another, what I would probably do with this piece, I would, I think I'd very carefully actually trim this top part out, and then just get this all exposed, dome that too, expose all the layers, and then have like a nice like eye pattern, I guess. Like orb pattern. But yeah, it's got some little nice layering there. Nice little fire. You guys are gonna like it. I hope you guys will all like this long video. Let's see here. We got some fire down there. See if I can pick this up with the regular light. A little bit, yeah. So with this piece, you have one layer, a middle layer that kind of like is kind of meh. We have a third layer down there that's okay. So with this piece here, what I would probably do, I would expose this top layer here, get rid of the excess down here by just cutting off this bottom side, and then coming up just underneath this layer and then polishing the other side. Now again, this is not a top quality material because of all the ash pockets, but it would still be a pretty cool piece, honestly. Assuming that I can get it to shine through all those layers. The wind is picking up outside. Like, we went from summer to like fall weather in just a matter of one day. Okay, so we got here. We have, wow, look at that. Look at that. It's down here too. So this piece, oh man, that'd be so hard to work. This is a very beautiful piece, but it is already so close to the surface. I might be able to use my Dremel tool to maybe just polish what's already here and not risk losing this color, because just look at that. That is just so vivid. And then down here, this is kind of cool actually. It looks like it's just a piece of like metal that's been like wedged into like this layer here, but it's actually in the stone. It's almost like a little optical illusion, really. But just look at that. That is so beautiful. So this would be kind of more of a display piece if I were to polish this up. I might actually set this aside so it doesn't get damaged any more than it might already be. But that'd be a really good display piece. It's just so colorful. Now, I don't think I remember seeing any other colors in this piece. But I'm sure if I do find one, I'll let you guys know. Okay, this one actually looks very similar to another piece I pulled. I don't think it's the same. It came from the same one. Okay. Don't need my flashlight for this one. Look at that. Look at all those layers. It makes it really hard because what do you do with a piece like this? You'd almost have to... It's almost prefer to dome a fire obsidian. So you'd almost just have to just kind of like sand this down the way it is and polish it just to expose all those different layers, because it's a shame to waste any of that. At least for me anyways. Oh, so beautiful. That's such a beautiful piece. Oh gosh. Not really worth working on the other side there. I saw a flash down here. No. That's a really cool piece. Okay, what do we got in this nugget here? See a little flash right there on the right hand side. Little flash there. Little flash right there. What else we got? That can't be it. There's gotta be more to this piece. Sometimes the angles are too sharp, so they won't always show the color. But I don't see any other layers on this one aside from the potential right here and down here. So we'd use, I missed that. So you do have some coloring up here too. But again, not really much to do with. Got a big piece right here. Alright, what we got? See if we can find something without the flashlight first. So we do have some potential layers right there, but again, they're not really solid enough to really go after. There's another layer right there. Nothing really there. Flip it over. All the way. I thought I just saw something. We need something flashing down here. I'll take that here in a second. Yeah, it looks like this could be something. That might also be continuation from this other side here. Yeah, I think it is. So we're going to go ahead and follow this layer all the way around. It's right here. Yeah, pretty close. It's actually a separate layer. So we'll go ahead and grab a flashlight. Take a gander. Aha, look at that. See? It helps to have multiple flashlights or multiple... It helps to have multiple types of lighting. That way, if you don't see anything with a normal light bulb or a small flashlight, you have another flashlight and you can get more light penetrating into the stone to see what's in there. Because look at that. Look at that. That is what we're looking for. How deep those layers go, again, we don't know. That is beautiful. So let's see if we can try to... Yeah, no, we can't track that. These layers are all over the place. If you look close enough, they're actually... they're kind of folding in on each other, like fire obsidian does. Goes, we fold. And they kind of... Looks like there's actually two layers right there. Stops right there. Another part of it keeps going. That's a nice little find. In case you're wondering what I would do with something like that, I would try to cut it out of there. It would take multiple cuts. But I think I can do it. Alright, we're going to go ahead and just go for the flashlight. Right off the bat, we have some nice vivid colors down there. So with this piece, I would just take it to the saw, cut off the top here. Ooh, I don't know. I'd get rid of the top for sure. I think maybe I'd cut just in between these two layers here, and then do double-sided like palm piece. I think that'll look really nice. Yeah. Go over to this piece right here. Wow, wow. Sorry, I looked away for just a second. I wasn't paying attention to what I was doing. Wow, look at that. Holy moly. Gee willikers, Batman. That is... Oh my gosh. That is actually a really good piece. There's not really many ash pockets in this piece, so that's good quality obsidian. And then we have a really super vivid layer. This one actually I'm going to set aside. For sure. This one actually won't take much work either, because it's a fairly small piece. I can easily sand down this side right here, and then just kind of try to keep the shape of the stone the best I can, and get it polished. I will not be doing that in this video, just so you know. Future video. Let me know if you guys want to see that happen in a future video. I'll leave it up to you. The other side, though, don't see any color. But I am going to set this one aside for sure. Alright, we got 3 pieces left here from the bucket, and then we have 4 more pieces after that. So we got 7 pieces left, really. Let's see here. You have a hint of color, hint of flash, where pinky's at. It's nothing top quality, really. It's kind of a low grade. I think I know why I picked this piece out. So we have a little flash. Where my thumb's at, right down here. Well, we had a flash anyway. Gosh, I lost it. I lost it. It's right in here. So I think I had picked out this piece just because it was a nice triangle piece. I got a brighter flashlight. It helps a little bit. Yeah, there it is. Yeah, nice little flash there. So basically, what I would do with this piece, I just grind down the top here to get to that layer, and then polish as is, dome it a little bit to allow that light in. Figured that'd be a really good project stone. Wouldn't take too long to do. Let's see here. I don't see any flashes right off the bat. Oh, just kidding. Oh, just my ring here. Okay. Look at that. Look at that. Oh my gosh. That, ooh. We have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 layers. And they are stacked up on each other. Look at that. This would actually be another good stone, because the layer, oh my gosh. I don't know if you can see that or not. Right down here, you should see a nice red flash. That little flasher, that is a continuation from the other side of those layers. So this piece, even up here you can see it. Oh my gosh, I'm excited to work on this stone. Oh no, don't tell me that. Oh my gosh, look at that. Let's sand this down really quick. Oh my gosh. Remember how I was saying that it's really hard to pick a stone where you have to make the choice to just grind down to get to one layer and then kind of go from there? We have that scenario right now. So we were initially looking at this side here. We have all the different layers. These layers go all the way through. They kind of wrap around a little bit. This piece has fire on both sides. Am I complaining? Not really. It's just, oh my gosh, look at that color. Oh my gosh. Look at that. Oh my god. That is so vibrant. Wow. This is gonna go in the project box for sure. I need to work on this piece. That, I have so many projects to do, but like, yeah. That made towards the top of the list. All right, we got this piece right here. We have some color going on right there. Go and get the flashlight. I don't think these flashlights are waterproof, and I'm treating them as if they are. So we have to find the right angle here. Oh, yep, there it is. Oh, hold on. We have a color down here. You can find the angle again. Oh gosh. There's a flash towards the bottom corner. We had a flash up here. You have some color going on right here too. And this top is kind of low grade. So, I think of this piece, I might try to work down to this layer down here and try to expose it. Or try to get down to this layer down here and see if there's anything more to it. But first we'll flip it around, because that will really tell us for sure. We do have some coloring down here. It's not super high quality. But it does actually have more potential. You can kind of see a flash right there. So I think this might be kind of one of those layers where it might be nice in one spot and then better in another spot, or just it can taper off. Who knows? Right where my finger's at, right here. It's that same layer, and has a nice flash sheen to it. So this one actually could have some nice potential. It's just a matter of when I can find time to work on it. It's the final countdown. We have 4 more pieces. They are still a little dirty because I haven't really washed them off too much. These are the ones that I went to the rock shop. I didn't have any intention of buying anything. It wasn't until Al was like, yeah, someone pulled some fire out of the pile, and he was working on some cabs, and so at that point, took off my work shirt and got to work. Didn't want to dirty my work shirt. I was very, very ill prepared that day, but you know, I still came out with these 4 pieces that looked like they had potential. And we're gonna go from there. So, gosh, I wish this water wasn't so dirty. It'll be fine. It'll be fine. We only have 4 left anyway. So you have this piece right here. Right at the back, you can see the color. I'll grab a towel. Zoom in. Look at that. Is that not beautiful or what? It's a broad spectrum of colors. It's vibrant. And it goes all the way around here. So what I would do with this piece, I got a spider on me. Hang on 1 second. Hey, little buddy. Can't be here. I didn't kill him, don't worry. I'll just grind down the top here, expose this layer, dome it a little bit, and then I might lose some of this part right here, just because it'll require some grinding. But I do want to try to keep as much of this material as possible. Again, because I don't like waste. The way that I work my stones, I try to keep it in mind like this. If I were to ever sell any of this or resell it, a lot of the material that I work, there's typically some wiggle room. So if someone were to like buy this material, again, only if I decide to sell it at whatever point in the future artist could either, you know, they can either cut it up, make jewelry out of it, but there's enough wiggle room in the excess material just above the layer, except for this piece, of course, because that's kind of not much room to work with. But typically, I leave enough material above the layer so it can be reworked. Because the closer that you get to the layer, the brighter it will be. I kind of want to set this one aside because that's another good one. Alright, why did I pick this piece? Picked it for a reason. But why? Ah, that's why. Look at that. You have a nice triangle layer up here on top. We have some reds. It's not a super high quality piece, but it's flashy for sure. I can make it work. I think that was really the one layer I saw. So again, when I'm out at the shop, like, all I'm armed with is a flashlight and a spray bottle. And that's all I need, really. But look at that. That's actually a really nice piece. It's not, you know, top tier quality layer, but it's flashy. It kind of comes over here to the top. So I think with this one, what I would probably do, depending how much here is on the end, I'll actually cut this away. See if I can salvage this and make like a small little like cab out of it, and then like polish this separately. I think the rest of the material is just waste. Two more. So kind of, let's see here. What? I don't think I saw that. No, I didn't. Maybe I saw it somewhere else. I feel like I saw a flash somewhere, like in this piece, and I didn't see this part right here. I thought I saw like maybe a flash somewhere else down here, but I'm not complaining. Look at that. Oh my gosh. Trying to get a nice shine on this so it can really show. But look at that. Look at that color. Wow. And this is a good sized chunk. I mean, look at this. Come on, zoom out. Thank you. This is a good sized chunk. Those layers are right here. They come around. And it looks like they kind of go all the way in there. So that's a good sized piece. It'd actually be a really good double piece, like a double-sided piece to make. And if you also look here too, again, with the fire obsidian layers not being uniform, you have layers that are just crossing through like all these other layers. It's like, excuse me, pardon me, coming through. But oh man, that is such a neat piece. Oh my gosh. Problems of getting water on the camera. Okay, hang on. Ah. Oh. Okay, I panicked for a second because I hit the back button. I thought it didn't like save all the recording. I just did. Oh gosh, that would have sucked. But this is a beautiful, high quality piece. I'm excited to work this piece. And it's just big enough where I can actually work on the expander wheels to really get this thing covered. Wow. That is something. See, look at the difference. Before being in water with a light source, after being in water with a light source. You wouldn't notice that right away at all. Isn't it crazy? Wow, that's so neat. Okay, we have one more piece. This, I went to the shop. This is the first piece that I found, and I could not stop looking for more. And I had to stop at 4 pieces. But before I show this piece, I want to show a couple other pieces. They're not obsidian. I just thought they were cool. It was like $3 a pound for these already cut slabs of thunder eggs. But these come from Oregon. They're I'm not sure exactly which bed or which area this comes from, but this is a beautiful cut thunder rig. I know I'm teasing you guys right now, huh? But gosh, look at those colors. Got all the banding, the different colors. This is a really cool piece. And there's another one too I got. And it's not so much bright, it's just unique looking. Just look at that. It's got this weird looking, like, jasper looking material. Got some orange colors in there. Thought it was really neat. I tried to find the other half of this and I couldn't. But, you know, at $3 a pound, this was that was a pretty good price. Granted, I have to polish it myself. That's okay. Okay, now for the last piece of fire obsidian. So again, yeah, I found this piece the first before I found the others. And look at that. I saw that. I'm like, how did someone miss this? It was just sitting in the pile, and if you look, it's very scratched up, which is not a big deal. Hopefully, don't go too far deep into the surface. The only downside to this piece, it's not uniform. See, it comes up, goes down, comes back up, goes back down. Normally, that would defeat me, but with something like this, because it's not like a super, super bright, flashy piece, what I would do is actually I would just cut right here, and I'd end up with 2 separate stones. And I'd be okay with that. Because look, it looks dull right now, but once it got polished up, and it was polished just right, we would have a lot of very bright colors. Just look at that. So much potential. And I'm actually getting a hint of color down here too. Oh, look at that. Well, that complicates things. And there's not really much room for error for cutting. So where does that layer go? Goes all the way through as well. Decisions. Well, I can always cut from this other side and have a 2-sided piece somehow, I guess. I can always just use my my Nova points and just polish this piece the way it is, and then have a double-sided palm piece of fire obsidian and just utilize every single bit of it. Okay, yeah, there's so... See, I do not see these other colors. It looks like there's more down there. Oh my gosh, that's so beautiful. Yep, this stone has a lot of potential. This is a lot of potential. I know this was a super long video, but if you made it this far, I do want to thank you for, sitting through the whole thing. And hopefully you did learn something new, because this is the process that I use to look for the fire layers in fire obsidian. It's a lot of tedious work, but honestly, it's not very hard. You just need a container with some water, various light sources, and just being very patient and, just studying the stone, see where everything's at. And I believe you can probably find some too if you go to your local rock shops, rock shows, ask where the obsidian is from. If they say it's from Glass Butte and has all those different layers in there, chances are you could have a chance of finding some fire obsidian. So get out there and start looking. But that is going to do it for today's video. Thank you so much for watching, and I will see you guys in the next one. Rock on.